I'm the producer for Dungeon Hunter 2 at Gameloft's Montreal studio. Dungeon Hunter 1 was a huge success. It was a game that targeted gamers more than most games on the App Store, which are often more casual. They liked the game. It was already long enough as mobile games go. It was nearly 5 to 6 hours long, but they wanted more. So one of the first things that we did when we started production on Dungeon Hunter 2 was to check out all the player forums, look at all the App Store reviews, and make a solid list of the things that players wanted to see in a possible second game.
While going through player feedback, we realized that certain things came up more often than others, and that definitely helped us out. We went for something a bit darker, more mature than the first one, with much more detailed environments. Our goal was to take advantage of new shader technology, which allows for a really immersive atmosphere for players.
We created more environments than in the first game. Players will be able to explore 40 different environments, some of which will be randomly generated. So every time you play the game, they'll be different, and you won't feel as though you're replaying exactly the same level. Players will be able to move from one environment to another pretty quickly. We know we're working with a mobile platform, so people will play quick games. Even though we're making a game for gamers, we're also aware that people want to play for 10 to 15 minutes at most. So within those 10 to 15 minutes, the environment will change, allowing them to have a varied experience.
The levels, in and of themselves, are bigger than in the first game. Before, there was a world map, and players went from one place to the next. Now, you can really wander around, in 3 dimensions, from one end of the world to the other, making for a more open and immersive experience.
We pick up where we left off in the Dungeon Hunter world. The king now has 2 children, one of whom is controlled by the player, while the other one is both his brother and his opponent, as he aligns himself with the cultists and starts to plunge Gothicus into chaos. Now the game will consist of 3 playthroughs, where players will be able to go through the game 3 times on a higher difficulty, with new items and also with a higher level cap.
We also increased the number of playable classes. The 3 basic class types, Warrior, Mage, and Rogue, are still available. However, starting from level 12, you'll be able to start specializing. This will yet again provide a varied experience for gamers, allowing them to play the game several times with different classes without feeling as though they are playing quite the same game. The biggest request that players had was to be able to play the game with their friends in multiplayer mode.
There are now 3 different connection options. Of course, players will be able to play with a friend at any time via local Wi-Fi connection, by using the Gameloft Live network or with Apple's new Game Center, as well as via Bluetooth connection. The difficulty level of the game increases depending on the number of players in the game.
The music is interactive and uninterrupted, so it really follows the emotions and events of the game from beginning to end. As soon as there is a battle against more than 4 monsters, the music combines with a track that is much more intense, combining big war drums and choruses that highlight the action better than ever. When the battle is over, the music slowly softens and returns to a more ambient state. We think that in terms of audio, there has never been anything like this on the iPhone. Everything that we have implemented from the start will revolutionize video games for the iPhone.
We really did it for the players. We conceived it with the players in mind and based it on what they wanted to see, sharing a multiplayer experience with their friends and enjoying a longer, more varied experience. We did all this for them. So we hope that they'll be happy with it, and we look forward to playing multiplayer with them.